It was Christmas on the island of Sodor. The drivers, firemen, guards, and Sir Topham Hatt, as well as the station masters, were at home eating dinner and doing something. The engines were doing their jobs, taking goods and supplies everywhere they could go. Donald and Douglas were ready to clear snow from the line. It was so deep. Oh, we're ready to clear snow from the line, Doogie. It's very nice. Aye, you could see up round ahead, but I can keep my eyes on the track. Oh well, we better get to it, I suppose. Well, I remember one time the controller let us stay on solo forever, and so he did. That was many years ago. Alright then, let's get to work. Donald and Douglas enjoyed clearing the snow from the line. The other engines were amazed as they went by. They did their best, as usual. This is so much fun! Indeed it is. We're having way much fun. Soon they were going near McCall Farm. Duck was waiting with a tray when the Donald and Douglas came in. We cleared the snow at a good time. We made it just as usual, I suppose. Terence and Trevor heard the news. They were all amused at Donald and Douglas's work in the snow. My word, Donald and Douglas, you've been doing so good in the snow with your snowplows on. Oh, yes, I suppose. I heard if I had to feed the animals some stockings today. Well, you know what they do, Donald and Douglas? They were right, and you had to get this over it, I suppose. It was nothing we could do. Well, we had to try out something, I suppose. Douglas is right, Donald. You know, if this hadn't become the case, I have to get going now. I have to make my way to the pantry. Better go now. Goodbye. I maybe we don't have to listen to the other engines after all. At last, Donald and Douglas made their way to the station. They had finally cleared the snow from the line. The villagers cheered for the two engines. They were very amused about what they had heard. The villagers cheered and cheered for Donald and Douglas. Hurrah, Donald and Douglas! You cleared the snow from the line. You did an amazing job. Thanks for your efforts. We couldn't hear what they said about us, Johnny. That's right, Doogie. They they cheered for us, and they will say it for us for now. At last, Donald and Douglas returned home. They were thinking about things. What will they say about us? What will happen? But Finn found out soon enough. Well, Donald and Douglas, I've heard you've done very good in the snow, and now you two can manage alone. Oh, aye, thank you, sir. It will be so great. And soon, Finn had gone off home for a cup of coffee. Doogie, we did so great in the snow. We cleared the way for the passengers. It was so nice to do so. It would have been better if we did. But hey, at least we still had the chance to do so. Well, Diggy, I couldn't have done it without you. Early in the morning, a few days later in January, things were still going very good, and the engine still had a lot to think about.